In general, if you're asking yourself whether you should spay or neuter your cat, the answer is yes. The only people who should be keeping their cats intact are people who intend to breed from them. And the only people who should breed cats are people who have put a lot of thought and preparation into it beforehand. You may have heard that it's healthy for female cats, known as queens, to give birth to at least one litter before they get spayed. This is not true. There are no health benefits to your kitty giving birth, and there's no reason to bring new kittens into the world if you don't have means to provide for them, or any guarantee that you'll be able to find them good homes. However, say you didn't know you needed to spay your cat, or, as sometimes happens, your cat is a bit of an early bloomer and has started going through puberty before you had the chance to get them fixed. When a queen is ready to breed, she'll go into heat, also known as estrus. In this video, we're going to explain what your cat's heat cycle is and how to care for her while she's going through her time of the month. But before we dive in, why not subscribe to our channel for more videos on how to care for your kitty? What is heat? Approximately 50% of the people watching this will know what it's like to have a time of the month, and those of you who don't will for sure have friends and relatives who do. Unlike humans, cats don't get periods. Instead, they go into heat. In one way, they're a lot luckier than us humans, although their monthly cycle involves shedding the lining of their womb. They don't then bleed out. Instead, they reabsorb it. Bleeding during the heat cycle does happen occasionally, but it's very rare. Our furry friends may get to avoid the tampon tax, but they don't get off scot-free. When a female cat is in heat, she will have an unbearable desire to find a male cat to mate with. There's no family planning for female cats. One of the reasons it's so important to keep unspayed females indoors is because of the risk of teen pregnancy. Just like humans, cats are often capable of getting pregnant before their bodies and brains are mature enough to safely give birth. Unlike a human teen, your juvenile queen cat doesn't have the option of using protection or just saying no. Her primal instincts will drive her to mate with any male cat she can find, and due to the strong pheromone scent that she'll be giving off, any male cats in the vicinity will surely find her. How to spot if my cat is in heat. A female cat who is ready to mate will not usually be very subtle about it. Forget coy glances across the drawing room or sly notes passed at the back of the class. If your kitty is in heat, you'll probably hear the signs before you see them. A queen in heat will make a noise called a caterwaul, a loud yowling meow that might start very low and get higher. Sometimes it can sound a bit like a baby crying. You might worry that your fur baby is crying in pain, but don't. A cat in pain will usually not be vocal about it. As prey animals, it's better for them to hide their injuries so that predators won't view them as an easy snack. Your kitty's loud yelling is instead intended to attract male cats to her. You'll also probably notice your kitty getting a lot more affectionate when it's her time of the month, not just rubbing against you, but also the furniture, the walls, basically anything she can reach. This is her way of scent marking her territory, so that any tomcats who happen to pass by and somehow don't hear the wailing will be able to smell that she's available. Unfortunately, cats also scent mark by peeing on things, so you might find your kitty stops using the litter box for a while. Much like a human getting ready for a date, she might get too distracted to eat much and start grooming herself more than usual. Unlike a human, however, the grooming is less about making herself look pretty for a potential mate. Unneutered tomcats are not overly concerned with looks, and more about self-soothing. Heat is a very stressful time for your cat, especially if it's her first cycle, as she might not know what's happening to her. Queens in heat also often experience some swelling or soreness around their genitals, so they are likely to concentrate on that area whilst grooming. If you're still not sure whether your girl is in heat, take a look at how she's standing. A female cat in heat has a very specific stance: head down, front legs bent, back legs straight, tail up and bottom in the air. She might also start treading the ground with her back feet. This distinctive pose is scientifically known as lordosis, but many cat owners prefer to call it a frog pose because it looks like they're about to play a game of leapfrog. How to help my cat through her heat? A cat in heat needs some special care, especially if it's her first cycle. In most cases, the best way to care for your female cat is to spay her so she won't go through heat in the first place. But if you're watching this for tips, then that ship has probably sailed for the moment. Here are some tips and tricks for ensuring that your cat's heat goes as smoothly as possible for the both of you. Number 1. Don't let her escape. The most important thing to remember is to never give a cat in heat access to the outside. Not even if you're watching her. Not even if she's a total homebody who's never shown any signs of wanting to run away. Not even if she's on a leash. A queen in heat has one thing on her mind: finding and mating with a male cat. For their part, any intact tomcat in the vicinity will be equally determined to find her. Even if you keep your queen indoors, you might find that you get toms hanging around your house like groupies after a concert. If you don't want to deal with an unplanned pregnancy, keep doors and windows shut. Number 2. Be understanding. Your cat's heat cycle is likely to be a difficult time for you. Your pet is going to be distractible, clingy, aggressive, loud, borderline incontinent, and constantly aroused for the next week. Inconvenient doesn't begin to cover it. But always remember, it's 100 times more inconvenient for your kitty. When your cat is in heat, she isn't fully in control of her actions. She doesn't understand why her instincts are making her do things that upset you, or why she feels uncomfy all the time, or why she can't just go and find a male cat. Never punish your cat for behavior that is caused by being in heat. It's simply not fair, and it will likely make her more distressed than she is already. Number 3. Keep the litter box clean. This is a small thing that can make a big difference. When your kitty is spraying around the house, it's because she's feeling the urge to use her urine to scent mark her territory. You can't stop those urges, but you can redirect them. By thoroughly cleaning the litter box every time your kitty uses it, you remove her scent. This makes her want to scent mark that area again, meaning that next time she needs to pee, she's more likely to use the litter box. Number 4. Help her with the discomfort. Cats can experience all sorts of discomfort when it's their time of the month, and much like with humans, one of the best remedies is warmth. Put a heat pack or hot water bottle under your cat's favorite blanket, making sure that the material is thick enough that your kitty isn't burned. Lying on top of it should help ease some of her discomfort and help her to relax. Number 5. Keep her mind off it. Your kitty is going to have a bit of a one-track mind until her heat cycle ends, but that doesn't mean you can't try to take her mind off it a bit. Respond to her increased affection by showing affectionate back with pets and cuddles. If she's running around trying to escape or seeming distressed, try getting her to work off some of that energy by initiating a play session. Use plug-in pheromone diffusers and calming music to try to put her at ease. You can even try offering her catnip to calm her down. Your cat will no doubt be grateful for the effort you put into helping her through heat. You might even end up becoming her new favorite person. To find out how cats choose their favorite humans, check out this video.